Hey, what's up, my little tatas? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Northwest, you are busy charming the nation by your first debut at Paris Fashion Week. And listen, Northwest got it. We're going to talk about that in a second, but also why this is reigniting the debate about Kim, her parenting choices, and also how Kanye actually might have been right in the end. You guys, what am I talking about? If you don't know, North's been in Paris Fashion Week. How do we know that? Because she has been stunting on everybody and the true star of the show. Look at her wondering why she's standing next to somebody in Fashion Nova's finest lime green pants. Why she's sitting there with the drip, drip, drip. Look at her right now showing people how it's done. She's definitely turning into a fashionista. I would say like her mom, but it's more like her dad. I mean, no shade to Kim. She has a lot of gifts, but fashion ain't one of them. Here's even North taking a stroll with their grandmother. A lot of fun. What little girl wouldn't like a million people saying, "Oh my God, you're so cute. Look, 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 look." And kind of like being in the center of that hurricane that is celebrity. But as Paris Fashion Week moved on, we started to see a little bit of a picture. One that made a lot of people uncomfortable. A little girl in one of the harshest, most judgmental aspects of society. The fashion industry is notorious for this. Being cruel, being uncompromising, literally crushing the souls of adults. You have a 9-year-old with everything trying to act perfect, make her mother happy. Look at how many times Kim's like, stay still, stay still, stay still. But you have to understand that even for most adults, this is a very high pressure situation. For God's sakes, Kim literally admitted to basically, in my opinion, starving herself skinny or going through things that a lot of people consider to be unhealthy eating ways to get herself skinny so she could wear a dress to walk down. North is not stupid. She understands the gravitas of the situation. And it's a lot of stress for a 9-year-old girl. You guys, when are we actually going to have the conversation about how this actually might be super, super detrimental to North and how she's already starting to send signals that it might be too much, but because she has a need, like most little girls, to please her mother, and she realizes what her mother's into, and this is what she'll have to do to fit into her mother's world, how this is another odd way that Kim is bonding with her children. But again, it's very, very detrimental. At least that's what experts say. Let's get into this. But before we do, y'all, hit that like button, subscribe, notifications. Come on, help me grow. Okay, let me create some value and then you'll hit the like button. So where are the cracks starting to show? Well, it first started with this, I don't want to call it an outburst, but with this proclamation from North that we all found adorable.
All the time.
We love you because you're so famous. We love you.
Why do you have to wait for us all the time?
We love you because you're so.
Now, this is the phrase that really stuck in my head. Because you're so famous. Because we love you, North. Okay, fine. Simple enough. But then this happened. North holding up a sign that says stop. And the little girl does not seem happy at all. Now, while it would be so easy to blame the paparazzi and blame this and blame that, like Kim did. Hold on. She literally posted, for anyone who knows North, knows how funny she finds this video. North, I guess, had it with the people taking pictures of her, so she wrote it on an invite to stop and held it up and watched it and wanted them to just focus on the show. All right. So let's actually decode this because, again, this is just like Kim saying, I don't have fillers and trolling everyone. We all know that her face is something that was drawn up on a Disney anime table and put on her face. It was copy and paste. Kim, one of the great things about being on reality TV for most of your adult life, you've been on reality TV for most of your adult life. One of the bad things, you've been on reality TV. We know how you work. So let's get to the truth, shall we? When we saw that video, it didn't look like North found it funny at all. It looked like she was being very earnest. But it also looked like what a lot of people were saying, that maybe this is all a storyline at North's expense. Now, I'm going to give you the theories. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's start with the absurdity of Kim's claims. I guess she had gotten fed up with her people taking pictures of her. In any other given time, I'd have said, okay, Kim, you have a point. However, in this particular time, the whole purpose of Paris Fashion Week, the whole purpose of its existence, the whole purpose that everybody in this fashion ecosphere wants to happen is for the paparazzi to stand outside and take 1,000,000 pictures. They are not being intrusive. This is par for the course. As a matter of fact, you time where you get out the car and when you're walking perfectly so you get maximum exposure. You stay at certain hotels that all paparazzis know you're there, and your publicist actually calls the paparazzi and gives them approximate times you will be leaving so that they can get shots of you. Now, while little Northie may not be aware of this, her mother 100% was. There's a reason why all the outfits coordinated to the T. There's a reason why North was on her hip like she was the best accessory ever. As a matter of fact, Kim has a history of keeping North on her hip, North being the best accessory ever, and North not reacting well to it. And we can even criticize having a child in a room full of people that seem to hate children. But all that aside, there's a bigger issue. The absurdity of saying, I guess she wanted them to stop and focus on the show. Kim, I know most people have never been to a fashion week, but Kim, the paparazzi are taking pictures of people in the front row before the show starts. That's why they have the celebrities in the front row. It is press. You know how this goes. For Kim to feign ignorance, it leads credence into the fact that this is a storyline that they're going to put up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 2. Not only that, let's look into the absurdity to focus on the show. That's her job, to take picture of you guys in the front row. That's why even you and Winter and everyone else are sitting there and posing and preening, knowing that you are in a fishbowl that you wanted. But let's just take Kim's word as face value. I guess she wanted them to stop. Kim, did you not know your daughter wanted them to stop? Did your daughter not tell you or talk to you? Not only that, if she wanted it to stop, how come you made no attempt to actually remove your daughter from that high stress situation? And for anyone that's never been in a fashion world, it is high stress. It is judgmental. It has broken many human adults to think that a child will not be affected. It's just being naive. You took no steps to guide your child, no steps to protect your child, if it was that stressful and she said stop, why didn't you just let her go? With security, or with her nanny, with her security, or with anybody that could have shielded her and made her feel calm and protected. Well, I have a theory why that is, and a lot of people on the internet seem to also share this theory. Kim is working. I 100% think this is a storyline. It's laughable that a little girl got a pencil to write the word stop on a piece of paper while she was sitting next to her mother in a fashion show where all eyes are on her, and Kim is going out of her way to make sure North is acting perfect so her fashion friends won't judge her. Well, I find that to be a little ridiculous, and it's a little unbelievable. But like most things that Kim does, it is unbelievable, but we are asked to believe it. Honestly, you guys, there is something to this. I do believe they're doing this for a storyline. Let's not forget her last storyline with Roblox and Saint. I do believe this is a storyline, but more importantly, to me, it calls into question the ethical treatment of minors. Now, get this. I know that right now we are in a new age when it comes to social media. And a lot of people on social media don't understand how it is actually a machine. It is an industry. It is something that is set to make money at the expense of denying people's humanity. You guys can think I'm being dramatic, but that is actually what social media is. Did it start off that way? Absolutely not. It was a way for us to connect with people, but it has now turned into an industry that wants to capitalize off of people, even at the expense of their humanity. When we all start accepting that, we can have a conversation about it. But let me just say this. Kim literally is indoctrinating all her children, especially North, into the family business. This family business is one that has had serious detrimental effects on people's mental health. Those we know, and even her own family members. There have been countless, numerous university studies on this. It's not up for debate. I say it all to say, When are we actually going to comment on the fact of Kim basically had her 9-year-old daughter working in an industry that is detrimental to mental health, especially the mental health of little girls? When are we going to start realizing and having a conversation about having children on social media, making them work, using them for publicity, but even using them to build their career? It is a form of child labor. I don't want to get too deep into this, but you guys get my point. And when are we actually going to have a conversation on how early is too early to make a child work, when it is clear that they are not there for their enjoyment, that they are there to further the family business? Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments. We can expand on this topic maybe in a different video or even a podcast. You guys know I love to ramble. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, please be respectful. Don't forget, this is going to be a heavy video upload day, so make sure you check back often. All right, bye.